The Odin, the Phantom, the Vandal, the Shorty, the Judge, they're all great, perfectly well-balanced weapons. Oh, sorry, no, remove the Judge, and yeah, we're good to go. However, the Phantom and the Vandal have had a rivalry that's been going on for ages. Which one should you use, and which one is better? That's what I'll be covering in today's video. You get to pick between not dealing enough damage and missing every shot you take. The Phantom being the one that's like a pea shooter, and the Vandal being the one that kicks up like a horse. So, conclusion, use the no, not the Bulldog, no. The Phantom is the better weapon, and this is why. And quick disclaimer, the Vandal is still a fantastic weapon, but the Odin's better. The Phantom essentially is like Valorant on easy mode. It's the weapon I'd recommend to most beginners and to anyone who just wants to get better at the game and doesn't really care about satisfying one-taps. You'll find it a lot easier to get frags and rank up if you use the Phantom instead of the Vandal. The Vandal puts you at a disadvantage. I get it, the skins are better, it is satisfying, but the Phantom is generally easier to use. Why is that? Well, it actually has a spray control that is possible to control. And when controlling it, you can actually use more than 3 bullets, unlike the Vandal. On paper, the Phantom's a lot easier of a weapon to control and use. A weapon like the Vandal will kick up after the first 3 bullets that it has been used. And from there, it just gets even worse. And it starts to look like the Odin at some point, and that ain't a pretty sight to see. And it ain't as good as the Odin either. It's not going to mow people down. On the other hand, the damage drop-off doesn't affect the Vandal at all, but the Phantom does affect it, which can make it feel like a pea shooter sometimes. Which is why it's all about playstyle. The playstyle is the key here. If you're using the Phantom, you're going to take those close to medium range gunfights, and at the long ones, you can still fare really well. Not as well at the longer ranges if you're putting people's aim on paper directly in comparison. However, at the medium and shorter ranges, you're going to fry people with it. You should know what gunfights you can engage in, which ones you need to disengage from, take a new position in. Now, there are a few factors that we scientifically need to take into account here. Skins, and also the mood that you're in. And also how much satisfaction you require in a game of Valorant, and whether you want cool highlights. Point blank, the Phantom is an easier weapon to use. The Vandal, on the other hand, if you're really feeling yourself and you kinda like scream that day, you want to be using the Vandal if you're in the mood for it. It can change all the time. You might be in the mood for a Phantom game, you might be in the mood for a Vandal game. And it also depends on the skins. If you pop off with the Reaver Vandal, go ahead and take that. It all depends on a lot of different factors. The Vandal's a great weapon for satisfying one-taps, clicking heads for when you're really feeling yourself, and if you want some cool highlight clips, the Vandal makes all that 10 times better. I used to be in love with the Vandal for ages and ages, and I didn't like the Phantom at all. And then we went through a rough patch, we kinda split up, and yeah, we were never the same. All jokes aside, when I started using the Phantom, life became, and Valorant became, and climbing up the ranks and getting kills became a lot more easier. Now, in terms of the skins, the mood that you're in, whether you're really wanting to pop off and hit some cool headshots for your highlight clips, if we take all that aside, because let's be honest, if we're just comparing default Vandal with the default Phantom, on paper, just the stats, it is better. The recoil is easier to control. However, you do lose a little bit of damage. The Vandal does win on that side, but if you know how to play correctly with the Phantom, which is fairly easy to do so, and you can still take long-range engagements, you'll be perfectly fine. You'll be playing smarter, in fact, because you'll be using the weapon to your advantage in situations where you're more likely to get a kill. The Vandal is a fantastic weapon, but the Phantom does have a larger magazine than it. It's got 5 extra bullets compared to the 25 the Phantom has 30, and it also has invisible bullet traces, another added bonus onto it. Anyone can use the Vandal and pop off and get to Radiant. It's not really a case of which weapon can get you to Radiant or not, it's which one you feel more comfortable with and which one is going to work better for you. The Vandal is a type of weapon that pro players can really do well with if they master it and put a lot of time into that weapon, but the Phantom just suits absolutely everybody, no matter how long you've played, and it'll make life a lot easier for you. And in terms of the pro scene of Valorant, if you look up to the top high skill players, NA definitely preferred the Phantom more than the Vandal, and obviously NA dominated in the VCT with Sentinels winning the entire thing. Tenz also said that he preferred the Phantom compared to the Vandal. And a massive part of the Phantom is picking up multi-kills. With the Vandal, if you're facing 2 players, you'll often get refragged and caught out in that engagement. Might get one with a cool one-tap, but after that, your recoil is not going to help you out. The Phantom, your spray control and spray transfer is going to help you out a ton. Easily take out 2 players because of that spray transfer that you do have with the easier recoil. It's a massive advantage in those situations and applies and helps out in a lot of them that do occur frequently. The conclusion is that the Odin is better and Valorant should add a new weapon to compete with them all. Odin spammers for life, you now know why the Phantom is better than the Vandal in Valorant. Thank you for watching. If it did help you out, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more tips and tricks videos like this. And click on the video on your screen right now if you want to find out why the Stinger and Bulldog are taking over in Valorant. And I do stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on my Twitch. There's a link down below in the description if you want to see some entertaining gameplay of peak Valorant.